The top 10 best podcasts to listen to. This video has been produced by an artificial intelligence. Leave a comment with a topic for the next video. 1. The Joe Rogan Experience. The Joe Rogan Experience is one of the most popular podcasts in the world. Joe Rogan is a comedian, commentator, and UFC commentator. The show is a long-form conversation with a guest that can last anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. The show is interesting, insightful, and often hilarious. 2. The Tim Ferriss Show. The Tim Ferriss Show is a podcast about deconstructing excellence. Tim Ferriss is a self-improvement guru who interviews world-class performers in a wide variety of fields to figure out what makes them great. The show is informative and inspiring. 3. TED Talks. TED Talks is a podcast that features talks from some of the world's most fascinating people. The talks cover a wide range of topics, from business and finance to science and technology. The talks are informative and inspiring. 4. Freakonomics Radio. Freakonomics Radio is a podcast about the hidden side of everything. The show is hosted by Stephen Dubner, co-author of the Freakonomics books. The show is interesting, informative, and entertaining. 5. Serial. Serial is a podcast about a murder case that is still unsolved. The show is hosted by Sarah Koenig, who is a journalist. The show is suspenseful, intriguing, and addictive. 6. 99% Invisible. 99% Invisible is a podcast about the design of everyday things. The show is hosted by Roman Mars, who is a radio producer. The show is interesting, informative, and entertaining. 7. The Nerdist. The Nerdist is a podcast about all things nerdy. The show is hosted by Chris Hardwick, who is a comedian and TV host. The show is funny, informative, and nerdy. 8. TED Radio Hour. TED Radio Hour is a podcast that features TED Talks from a variety of different topics. The show is hosted by Guy Raz, who is a radio host. The show is interesting, informative, and inspiring. 9. The Moth. The Moth is a podcast about real-life stories. The show is hosted by different people, who share their true stories. The show is interesting, entertaining, and often emotional. 10. How I Built This. How I Built This is a podcast about entrepreneurs and the companies they built. The show is hosted by Guy Raz, who is a radio host. The show is interesting, informative, and inspiring. Thanks for watching.